What's up all you PS4 playing dudes and dudettes, Toy Shiz here, and I got a quick look at the brand new and very, oh my god, it's so rare. It's like probably the rarest action figure that you'll ever see, and I'm totally joking. This is the brand new, that's a keyword, Gamestop, GAMERVERSE, Marvel Legends Spider-Man figure from the brand new PlayStation 4 video game. I love this box. I love everything that they did with this. This is such a cool tie-in to a video game. Marvel Legends, Hasbro, if you're listening, do more of this stuff. All the toy companies, do more of this stuff. Do things that tie in to movie-based, comic book-based, all that kind of stuff that leads into other video games, television, all that kind of stuff. It's really, really cool when you do this. I'm really digging this. Can't wait to open them. Let's talk about them. Let's break into it and find out about this figure. Now, really quick, before I start talking about him, one thing I wanted to point out, and this is actually pretty cool, it's really interesting. On the box, usually the plastic that holds the figure usually stays in it, and I love the spider design inside. But this kind of took a little interesting spin. Now, the entire plastic shell came out all at once, and I'm wondering if that's supposed to be like a newly designed packaging way to do things. Maybe it's trying to be more like those imports or certain things that have those kind of clam shells, and just make it a little bit more ritzy. I don't know. I gotta say, whatever they're trying to do, or maybe it was a factory defect, whatever it is, because I know all the boxes are doing it, I kind of dug it. I thought that was kind of cool. I like that you can pull the whole thing out, and you know what? You can set the figure right back in the box, right behind the spider symbol. Now, let's get into the figure, and I gotta say, I was kind of messing around with it, testing it out, doing all the good articulation and stuff. I think the figure is spot on to what the character is supposed to look like in the spider. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess he's supposed to look more like this, but I have this giant moly right here on the mask, so thank you, Cindy Crawford, for that. Otherwise, yeah, it's painted okay. It's not the greatest. I like what they did here with the chest. You know, as you kind of use the ab crunch, you can kind of put it up, and the white goes all the way up. However, I got bits and parts and pieces and all that kind of stuff of white. The white is kind of thinly painted a lot on my spider symbol. The back, it's got a little bit of a gash right there. That's just like, that looks like it's like a cut slice actually. And then he's got other little parts of the white there. So unfortunately, it's not the best painted when it comes to the white. I can overlook the Cindy Crawford mold because otherwise the webbing looks pretty good. But the white, they got to figure out how to do these white. Even on the boots right here, see, I thought when I first pulled them out, I was like, why they got like white splashes right there? Of course. And then I realized, no, it's part of the costume. But the white right there kind of looks like they goofed a little bit. It looks like a little, it's not like a full thing. So as far as paint goes, it's not the best. Now, if you were wondering, this is a mashup of the Spider-Man 2099 and also the Spider UK with a little bit of Homer's makeup gun to throw that in. But otherwise, articulation is standard. He does everything he can like a Spider-Man do, okay? So, you know, waist twists, legs go out. He's got the pivot, he's got the knees, he's got the ankle rocker. So none of that. How many times we got to go over this thing? The other thing is, I'm not liking these red joints anymore inside the figure. Hasbro's got to figure out a way to kind of cover those up. There's really no excuse for that anymore. Come on, we gotta figure that out. Webbing, I don't like this webbing. I really don't. I know I've had a bunch of figures recently that I've reviewed. It's just not. It's not working. It's really it's awkward stuff. I just don't like it. That's just how it goes. The hands, same thing with the white paint. You know what I mean? It's a little bit jagged, a little bit light in the white paint, so to speak. So that's what it is. But the hands are nice. The webbing is nice. The red looks great. Everything else, so I can't complain too much about that. The hands, if you want, I'll just pop them right on and off really fast. Standard stuff. Nothing crazy, not too out of control. However, when you are doing kind of like a video game tie-in like this, and it's only a one-off, improve the paint a little bit, I'd say. You know, like maybe just kind of make sure that that's a good painted figure. But this is how you kind of put the webbing on, or at least how I do it. You can actually slip it. You don't have to do like this whole long way of taking the fists out and slipping it over. This isn't like a Mezco Spider-Man figure like the one I have where it fits over the wrist and everything else. I wish they did that, because then they could do like a straight shot or anything, so it's not like a webbing. But see, you kind of twist it up and it looks like he's flipping the webs out. And I'm sure if you guys have the other, like the House of M Spider-Man, or if you got the brand new Into the Spider-Verse set that has the webbing as well, you get it. See, I'm not going to lie. It doesn't look too bad if you just leave it like that, but it's the whole aesthetics of it. It doesn't look right. It's kind of like a glance and be like, okay, that works, but it's not the best. And I think they can improve upon that. And if you were wondering, just in terms of height, here he is with the other Marvel Legends figures. You got the Sauron and you have Cloak and Dagger. He fits in well. He fits in great. You're going to have a nice time displaying him with your other Marvel Legends figures. So that is my review. I dug the figure, but it really does need to work on the white paint. It needs that little extra, and the webbing just isn't fantastic. However, that being said, I really, really appreciate that they did something with the video game, that they actually put a 6-inch figure out. I heard rumblings about this probably last year into January, and then all of a sudden the pre-order went up, and I was like, oh my god, yes, they're not just doing the 3 3/4, because that kind of showed up first, but they are actually doing a 6-inch version, and I think he looks great. Just that white paint, that's what's cumbersome. So unfortunately, without that, it is what it is. But thank you guys for watching. If you liked the review, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see when I post more videos just like this one. If you'd like, follow me on social media at ToyShiz. You can email me, toyshiz@gmail.com. Let's talk toys. And as always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, find some fantastic action figures. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.